students of class 11, welcome to the second part of the chapter earthquake that we had done previously. First, in this part we will start the causes of earthquake. The first cause is tectonic movement or tectonic cause. You know that in the earth's surface, in the earth's interior, there are many plates, and these plates are moving or floating, remain floating condition on asthenosphere. Some tectonic plates are continental plates, some are oceanic plates. And when these tectonic plates converge with each other, the relatively heavier plate will slide above the weaker plate. That is, when there are two plates, the relatively heavier plate moves over the weaker plate. And for this reason, earthquake and volcanic incident is a common feature. Example, the earthquake occurred in 28 October 2011 due to the collision of Anatolian plate and Arabian plate. These two plates collide and earthquake occurs in 2011 Van earthquake. It is because of the collision of two plates, Anatolian plates and Arabian plates. The second effect is volcanic cause. What is the second cause? Volcanic cause. Due to earthquake may occur because of volcanic activities. That is, when there is sudden eruption of volcano from eruption of volcanic materials like lava, ash, cinder, all these are volcanic materials, and when they eject out from the vent or crater of the volcano, earthquake can also occur because of this tremendous movement of the material. There is jerk and this causes volcanic eruption. Then dislocation of the earth's crust. Dislocation of the earth's crust means what? In the rock bed, there are several rock beds in the interior of the earth, and if these rock beds dislocate, if their position change, it causes earthquake. Then adjustment in the inner rock bed. You know that there are continents, there are two parts, crust, seal and sima, and if there is any adjustment of seal and sima, seal is an oceanic crust made up of silica and aluminum. Sima is a continental, seal is a continental crust, and sima is an oceanic crust made up of silica and magnesium. And when there is any adjustment between seal and sima, earthquake may happen. Then pressure of the gases of Earth's interior. When you know that at the interior of the Earth, the temperature is above 5000 or 6000 degrees Celsius or more. In that temperature, the gases remain in compressed form. And if there is some reason, if the gas is released, it can cause earthquake. This is the pressure release of gases. And next, the last factor is human factor. That is our activity. All these are natural. Up to point number 5, natural causes. Point number 6 is human factor. That is our activities can also cause earthquake. For example, the construction of dams or reservoirs can cause earthquake. The atomic or nuclear bomb blast can cause earthquake. Example can be given, that is Koyna earthquake in Maharashtra in 1985. Because of the construction of Koyna Dam on river Koyna in Maharashtra causes huge earthquake in 1985. That is a man-made earthquake. Okay. Now we are moving to the next part, that is the effect of earthquake. Effects. What are the effects? First of all, the ground level rises. Ground rises or fall. Because of earthquake, the level of ground can rises or fall. Okay. Next, earthquake change the flow of a river. If there is any devastating earthquake, change of course of a river. Change of course. of river. If there is any earthquake in the course of a river, the river cannot move properly, so it will change its course and divert in different other direction. That is another effect of earthquake. Happens in Maharashtra because of happens in Brahmaputra river in Assam because of tremendous earthquake in Assam. Next, earthquake causes landslide in the hilly region. It causes landslide. Earthquake causes landslide. Number 4, earthquake may causes the coastal area to rise and fall. Number 5, tsunami. This we will discuss afterwards. Tsunami is a tremendous harbor wave that causes tremendous and destruction in the coastal area. And tsunami is a Japanese word. The word tsu means harbor, nami means wave. Earthquake causes tremendous destruction of life and property, collapse of building and other things. Everything collapsed. The roads, bridges, buildings, etc. also collapsed. And sometimes because of earthquake, there is fire broke out because the electricity pole can uproot and it causes to break out of fire, which can also very harmful. So these are all the destructive part of the earthquake. What are the constructive part? Earthquake may causes fertile lava soil. Earthquake brings out the minerals from the underground and which may remain unexplored by us. Earthquake can causes fissure opening. Okay, these are all the constructive part. Then types of earthquake. According to the causes, there are 3 types of earthquake. Tectonic earthquake, which is caused because of tectonic activity. Then volcanic earthquake, which is caused when there is any volcanic activity. When earthquake occurs, that earthquake is called volcanic earthquake. Then explosion earthquake, when there is any nuclear bomb explosion, earthquake may happen. That type of earthquake is called nuclear bomb explosion. Roof collapse earthquake. This is very interesting. In the coal mine, because of unplanned or unscientific mining of the coal, the roof of the mine can be collapsed and it causes tremendous destruction, havoc, destruction. That is called roof collapse earthquake. And plutonic earthquake. Plutonic earthquake means the very deep rooted earthquake. When the center of the earthquake lies at the earth's very interior of the earth, that is called plutonic earthquake. Now the next part is the zones of the earthquake. In world there are 3 zones, circum-Pacific zones, the mid-world zone, which is called Pacific Ring of Fire. Very, very important, Pacific Ring of Fire. Around the Pacific Ocean, Pacific Ring of Fire. Around the Pacific Ocean, there are 500 active volcanoes in the world. 500 active volcanoes are present around the Pacific Ocean, and it causes a ring. And as there are 500 active volcanoes, earthquake and volcanic eruption both are common in this belt. And you know, Japan is fall within this belt, and Japan is a earthquake prone area. Why? Because it comes within this belt. Okay, and this is world. And in India there are 2 parts: the Himalayan zone, Indo-Gangetic zone, 3 parts: Himalayan zone, Indo-Gangetic plain, and Ganga-Gangetic plain, peninsular India. Then Himalayan region is a very high earthquake zone. And you know that Nepal, Bihar, West Bengal, in Darjeeling, all this region, Assam, very earthquake prone zone, as Himalaya is a young fold mountain and the height of the mountain is still rising. The height of Himalaya is still rising. The mountain is a young fold mountain. The tectonically or the region is weak, and so earthquake is a common incident in Himalayan region. See this blue box, very important, why earthquake is common in the Himalayan region. The second part is the Indo-Gangetic Plain. Indo-Gangetic Plain, the plain that is the foothill region of Himalaya. The foothill region of Himalaya is the Indo-Gangetic Plain. So first is the Himalayan belt, then the Indo-Gangetic belt. Belt 1 is the Himalayan belt, belt 2 is the Indo-Gangetic plain, and belt 3 is the Deccan Plateau belt. Belt 1 Himalayan belt, very high earthquake prone zone. Belt 2 is the Indo-Gangetic plain, that is the foothill of the Himalaya. It is the foothill of Himalaya. There also earthquake happens. And second part is the third one is the Deccan Plateau region. Deccan Plateau region is also an important place of earthquake. The important earthquake of Deccan Plateaus are Latur earthquake, Jabalpur earthquake, Koyna earthquake, etc. This is the end of part 2, and we will continue or complete this chapter in the part 3 of this video. Thank you.